The games happened on Saturday. The first game, the Dallas Mavericks beating the Wizards. For Dallas, Porzingis was out this game, so Boban got his 24 minutes. Every time this guy plays, he put up pretty good stats. 12 rebounding, just 24 minutes, 15 points, and not much, only one block shot. That's surprising. Luka went off 26 points. Well, again, 1 for 4 from the free throw line. This is gonna be a huge problem for Luka for years to come, unless he can fix it, unless he can be a consistent, low 80s free throw guy in fantasy. At least he won't be a top 20 guy, I don't think, or before he improve his shooting. The free throw has been so bad lately, but the counting set looks fine, and one steal, one block looks also good. Nicolo Mellis got his 28 minutes. He got traded from the Pelicans. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. But all those guys, other than Luka and Porzingis, nobody's really worth picking up because stream all of them. Tim Hardaway Jr. with Porzingis out took 19 shots in 30 minutes, 16 points and 3 threes, nothing else. Nobody on the Mavericks particularly had a great line other than Porzingis. Jalen Brunson also got into the action. 2 steals is good, 19 points. Nothing else. 3 assists. With Luka around, he's not going to get that many assists. For the Wizards, Bradley Beal continues to be out. It's been a week. They say it's a right hip injury. He's been out for a week. I worry about him. The Wizards, they are for sure out of the playoff spot at this point. How many games are they out of it? Let's see. Wizards, the 8th seed right now is the Celtics. Wow. Yeah, they're 6.5 games out of the playoff spot. They're gonna miss the playoffs. So Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook, those guys might start. They may not play back to backs, especially. Russell Westbrook, he was hurt beginning of the season. Now he's pretty much played every single game. Over here, really great. Only 5 assists, but the rest of the line looks pretty good. 14 rebound, 26 points, and if you take it, if he shot 4 for 6 from the line every single game. The rest of the Wizards, I don't know. Davis Bertans came back, played 20 minutes. If Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal, they continue to miss, if they're gonna miss more games, there might be some guards that I could potentially interested in streaming, like Rua Neto. This guy is a pretty good steals guy this season. Robin Lopez this game played 32 minutes, but we know the center rotation. I don't think anything is going to change the center rotation. And now that Davis Bertans is came back, Rui Hachimura is going to lose some. He won't play 35 plus minutes every night. And Danny Advia continues to play high minutes. It's been a while. He's getting consistent 30 minutes, but this just doesn't do anything. With Russell Westbrook around, I don't think he's going to get that many assists, and he doesn't get any defensive stats, so his value is pretty low. Let's go on to the next game. Wow, the New York Knicks. This game wasn't really close, although beating Detroit is nothing to celebrate about. They're the worst team in the NBA. Randall, great from the free throw line, great efficiency everywhere, and only in 30 minutes got his 29 points, so no defensive stats. Nerlens Noel, 2 steals and 4 blocks. That's why 0 points, but who cares, right? You have this guy, one of the best steal and block guys in the league. If you got Nerlens Noel, you got Robert Williams, and you got Miles Turner. That's it. You probably winning blocks every single weekend, even steals. Those 3 guys get so many steals as well, and you pair them up with a few guards. Then that's it. You're just winning those defensive stats, right? RJ, the minutes are pretty low across the board. So RJ, another great game, great efficiency, 2 steals and a block. And Alfred Payton had 9 assists in 24 minutes. But we know at this point, they got like 20 guards in New York, and everyone's minutes is up and down. For Detroit, Sadiq Bey, minutes were pretty low. He was struggling pretty hard. Jeremy Grant, 32 minutes, and he was nowhere near the production he was having beginning of the season. Scoring 25 points pretty consistently. I still think he's a buy low, but I don't know. You ever pick it up again? I would still trade him. I think he should be a top 60, 70 guy pretty comfortably. So if you can do 2 for 1s, I would. Mason Plumlee got 21 minutes. This was a blowout. If the game was close, he might have just played another 27, 28 minutes. In 21 minutes, just great. 10 rebounds, a steal, and 2 blocks. Continues to play heavy minutes and continues to produce. Josh Jackson, and Isaiah Stewart got 26 minutes, but he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. So before, unless you get 25 minutes consistently, I'm not interested. And you know, other than the centers and Jeremy Grant at the power forward position, everybody else's minutes is very up and down. This game, actually, Killian Hayes came back and played 20 minutes. I expect Killian Hayes to play majority of the minutes. So where is Dennis Smith? How many minutes is Dennis Smith going to play? Wayne Allenton, Frank Jackson, Corey Joseph. They got like 7 guards on this Detroit team, and they do have a 5-game week coming up. So I wouldn't hate it if you pick up Killian Hayes because that's the guy that would get at least 20 minutes. He's under the minutes restriction tonight, and Hamidou Diallo also. Maybe he can get his consistent 25 minutes. His performance is going to be up and down. He's a pretty bad free throw shooter as well, but he can give you the points, the threes, the rebound and steals, and some defensive stats. Not a lot, but they got 5 games coming up. But also remember, because they have back to backs, one thing to consider is Killian Hayes might miss those back to backs. Guys that are coming back from injury. But they do have a 5-game week coming up. So if Sadiq Bey is out there in the waiver wire, for sure, I would take a look. Because he's healthy, he's gonna play all the games, and he's getting consistent 30 minutes. Other than this game, the next game, the Miami Heat beating the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs, they're after hot season, quote unquote hot season start. They're the 14th seed in the East. Isaac Okoro, 17 points, one of his best games in a while. Minutes continue to be high, but not doing much. Kevin Love, wow, played great, 10 rebound. Yeah, like I said, if he's out there on the waiver wire, I don't hate it picking him up. He give you some good rebound and some threes. He's kind of unique. A big guy that grab a lot of rebound and hits a lot of threes and good at free throw. If you need those, I don't hate it. You grabbing him, streaming him. Whenever he gets hurt, just drop him. Very, very simple. Darius Garland, did he start off as a shooting guard? Play 38 minutes, 12, 8, and 2 steals, great. Mainly you want to see the assist and the steals, 2 threes. Overall efficient from the field as well. Good game, and Colin Sexton also 3 steals, 3 assists, 26 points, and good efficiency everywhere. Against this Miami Heat team, both guards play pretty well. And Jared Allen and Larry Nance Jr. continue to be out. I worry about if Kevin Love is healthy, Larry Nance Jr. I don't know if he's a must roster guy because he won't play 35 minutes. He will play 20 to 25 minutes, and majority of his value will be coming from the steals. But at this point, we know Kevin Love is going to get hurt, so you still hold on to him. If you got a 9R, you put them you put them in there. They should be back. This injury is not that serious, so I would expect them to come back very, very soon. The Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler only took 8 shot attempts, 7 for 7 from the free throw line. So that's interesting. Maybe with Victor Oladipo around, he won't take that as many shots. But it's okay if he only score 17, 18 points. Majority of his value coming from his efficiency and from the free throw line, the rebound, the assists, the steals. This game, 11 assists is great, regardless. Trevor Ariza seems to be getting a lot of minutes. This game, Victor Oladipo played 30. Everybody played. And Trevor Ariza still got 30 minutes. So maybe this is a consistent trend. And I would stream him for some defensive stats and threes. He hit 4 threes this game. So that's good. Bam, great. Filled up the stat sheet. 18, 11 rebound, 5 assists, and still in the block. Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero, they're not must roster guys. Although Duncan Robinson hit 6 threes, that's really good. Same thing with Goran Dragic. Not that Victor Oladipo is in the mix. And I don't know if Victor Oladipo is a must roster guy. He's like Russell Westbrook. Bad efficiency everywhere. The counting stats look good. 5 assists, 2 steals, and a block is good. But continues to struggle from the field. After the game, he said his legs feel strong. I don't know. Went 3 for 13 this game. Maybe he'll pick it back up again. But this guy, let's see if he's gonna play some back to backs in the playoffs. This is a guy you'll be ready to drop for sure. If he doesn't perform, or he's gonna miss back to backs. Let's go on to the next game. The big news is Joel Embiid came back. Even if he was out, they would beat the Timberwolves pretty easily. This game, Malik Beasley and was out due to a hamstring issue. If you're in the playoffs, Malik Beasley gonna miss a couple other games, I would drop him. I think at this point we know it's a small sample size, 3-4 games. he's still getting 30 minutes, but Anthony Edwards taking over. You know, sometimes you just gotta be patient with rookies. It's gonna take a while. Like him and Karl Anthony Towns, they're gonna be the go-to guys. I don't know what happens when D'Lo comes back, but Anthony Edwards took 23 shots again. Really great, 27 points, 1 steal. I mean, lately he's been giving you those defensive stats. He's a must-roster guy. Well average, 23, 24 points for the rest of the season. We know his efficiency could be bad and the turnovers, high turnovers, but hey, the counting side look really good. Karl Anthony Towns also played 44 minutes. Interestingly, I don't know why the minutes are so high this game. They have some injuries going on. Malik Beasley and Ricky Rubio also out. Karl Anthony Towns, great, 39. It really popped off against Joel Embiid. Yeah, they had some beef back. They had some beef a couple of seasons ago where they basically fought on the court. 40 points, 14 rebounds, still in a block, 5 assists, 13 for free. Cat just a monster. Like I said, I view him as a top 5, top 6 guy. So like Jimmy Butler is a guy that I would definitely trade for him. Butler still played pretty well. It's not too late. In category leagues, if it makes sense for you guys to do the trade, I would. Those are pretty good different players, to be honest. In terms of like what categories they give you. Jaden McDaniels, great. He's a must roster guy. 35 minutes, 2 blocks of steal, must roster. 8 rebounds and 14 points. Right? And his role, like they finally figured out, they're not gonna play Vanderbilt 15 minutes or Jake Layman huge minutes. They're gonna play McDaniels high minutes. So that's great. And Jordan McLaughlin with Ricky Rubio out, you can for sure stream him. The guy gets 30 minutes, gonna give you 2 steals and 7 assists. Basically a mini TJ McConnell. Probably basis maybe about the same. The guy gets a lot of defensive steals and a lot of assists. It'll be interesting. It's interesting to see what happens when D'Lo comes back. Like, is Anthony Edwards going to take a back seat, or is he just going to be the 1-2 punch with Karl Anthony Towns? We don't know. But next year, I don't know. And then they got so many guys just thinking Anthony Edwards is now known for his defense. So they got D'Lo, they got Malik Beasley, they got Anthony Edwards. Like all 3 guys are just known for like taking a lot of shots, pretty inefficient manner. So I don't know. And then they got Cat, who's not a great defensive center. For the Sixers, great. Joel Embiid came back and right off the gate played 28 minutes. Really bad from the free throw line, but that's okay. He should still be a top 5 guy at least on a per game basis. in my opinion, 24 points and a plus 20. Just give me 1 second. Oh boy, I've been getting a little bit sick lately. Sorry about that. Should be a top 5 guy. And with him back, Dwight Howard probably lose all the value, so you can really forget about him. Tobias Harris, great, super efficient. 13 for 7. Tobias just really efficient. He's not giving you that many defensive stats and assist, so he could be really great in certain team build because the efficiency is so good. The rebound, the threes, the points, good stuff. And this game he even gave us 4 assists, a steal, and a block. Continues to be did not expect him to be this great. Let's see. I'm just looking at last month. Let's see where Tobias is at. Yeah, 15th ranked player in the last month. For the season, probably around top 20. So really great for Tobias. From Tobias, Seth Curry only a 3-point streamer, and Ben Simmons 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. Not too bad. Could done better. And with Joel Embiid back, like Dwight Howard gonna lose pretty much all the value. Shake Milton as well. So if you got those guys, you can forget about that. And Matisse Thybulle only 17 minutes. You can continue streaming for some defensive stats. But with all the guys back, those bench guys, they're not gonna get huge minutes. The next game, this game went to overtime. Wow, the Indiana Pacers scored 140 points. Great. Justin Holiday, they got a huge win over the Spurs, obviously. Justin Holiday, I said he was a drop, but he can just consistently getting into the steals and threes. So if you need those, sure, like go grab him. Doug McDermott, 27 points, 27 minutes. He started in place of injured Brogdon. I think Brogdon is a buy low, but I do worry about like how low you're gonna buy low. His assist has been disappearing. His steals has been non-existent. So it's just points and threes. I don't know if he's gonna get that many assists with the rival with Caris LeVert playing, you know, I guess pretty well, and also got TJ McConnell coming off the bench. Miles Turner 4 blocks, great. 18 points also great. And Caris LeVert went off without Brogdon. I think it's a sell high. If you can, he's really up and down. Like this game looks great. Like efficiency wise, great. 9 assists, great. He's not gonna get 9 assists every game. 3 steals, yes. Steals has been his best categories, but just know that he's gonna a lot of turnovers, bad efficiency from the field and from the free throw line. And when Malcolm Brogdon comes back, he's not gonna have this level of assists for sure. Every once in a while, he could score 26 points, but at 5 turnovers is not very high. But grab him, and I would sell high. Do 2 for 1s. Edmund Summer played 30 minutes, 15 points, and nothing else. And TJ McConnell, wow, took 14 shots. That's very unlike TJ. Took 14 shots, 18 points, no steals or blocks. That's weird, but that's okay. 8 assists and 7 rebounds. I think he's a must-roster guy. Who knows how long Brogdon is going to be out. But with Brogdon out, it really helps TJ and Caris LeVert's value. Helps him value a lot. For the Spurs, DeRozan, really, really great efficiency. I don't know what's gotten into him this season. Over the years, his free throw has never been this good. This season, he's shooting like 85 plus on on high attempts. This season, the defense is still quite low. He's not getting that many steals. Maybe just in the Spurs system, it's just hard to get that many steals. 25.6 assists, great. Keldon Johnson, not a must roster. Don't get fooled by just one performance. You can stream him, for some rebound. That's about it. That's the only value. Jacob Puddle, great. This is what he's capable of. Great from the free throw line. Only went to the line 3 times. 13 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 blocks, 14 points. This is what he can do. He can grab you 10 plus rebound, 2 blocks, and really, really good field goal guy. This game, 50% is bad. Usually he does better than that for sure. Derek White, he's still struggling shooting the basketball. 20% from 3 and 40% from the field. 18 points, 1 block, 3 assists. I think he's a must roster guy as well. At some point, it's like Robert Covington beginning of the season, just shooting the ball so badly. At some point, he's gonna turn around and put up big stats. Even this game, if he made 2 more threes, that would be 24 points. 4 threes. The volume is there. He took the most threes on this team. Even more than Patty Mills. I guess on the Spurs, nobody really take that many threes in the starting lineup at least. The one that really doesn't shoot threes. We know that. 5 assists, 3 steals, 20 points is good enough. And Rudy Gay is a guy you could stream. Coming off the bench playing 20 to 25 minutes, he's been giving you pretty good values. So I would stream this guy for sure. If they got like 3 games in 4 nights, sure, grab Rudy Gay. The next game, the Jazz beating the Orlando Magic. Yeah, finally Wendell Carter Jr. started, so he's a must roster guy. A must roster, and Okiki also pretty close in the must. I think he's a must roster at this point. Nobody's gonna take minutes away from him, and he will get 30 plus minutes every single night. So I would grab him, and the guy can do a little bit of everything. Not a big blocks guy or steals guy or points guy or rebounds guy, but he give you nice all around stats and pretty efficient overall. Wendell Carter Jr. in this game, 19 and 12. We know this what he can do, and great efficiency from the free throw line and 2 blocks. Great. James Ennis, Dwayne Bacon, sure you can stream it. They're getting 35 plus a night, but look at the stats. They're not doing anything. They don't get the defensive stat. They may score a bunch of points and hit some threes. That's it. Chasson Randall, Michael Carter Williams still out. He got 32 minutes. Not interested. He was a minus 40. Didn't do anything. 5 points and 3 turnovers. RJ Hampton seems to get some hype from the fantasy basketball community, and we see why this game. 12 points, struggle from the field, but 8 rebounds, a steal and a block. 2 for 5. With the rookies, like the efficiency might be rough. But this is the guy that I might keep my eyes on. Terrence Ross only got 26 minutes. I think he's still a hold. The efficiency is rough. If you pounding field goal, I think he's a must roster for your team. The minutes is pretty low. Also, he had 4 personal fouls. Maybe that's why RJ Hampton got some minutes, more runs. But RJ Hampton is a guy that I'll keep my eyes on, see what happens. If he gets consistent 25, 30 minutes, maybe then it's a pickup. For the Jazz, easy work, easy night. Nobody play over 25 minutes other than Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic played, 23 minutes. The most on the team. 17 points are still in the block, but we know he's not going to get those level defensive stats. And Rudy Gobert, in 20 minutes, he blocked 4 shots. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's an easy night for everybody. So not much to talk about on the Jazz. Joe Ingles continue to be crazy hot from the 3. Every time Mike Conley is out, you got to grab Joe Ingles. He's going to get 30, 35 plus minutes and can put up big stats. Like in this game, 21 minutes, 17 points. This is what he can do. Jordan Clarkson is still a hold. Don't drop him. The next game, OKC, yeah. I mean, they lost by 50 to the Trailblazers. This team, the couple guys, I think it's worth rostering. Like Moses Brown is, and he also struggled last game, but he grabbed 14 rebounds this game. He will be a really good rebounder and block some shots. Free throw might be rough, but that's a lot of the big men. They have this issue, right? Isaiah Roby and Pokusevski, I think, still a hold. Isaiah Roby struggled. That 1 for 4 from the free throw line, but he's got good opportunity on this team, and we don't know when Darius Bazley gonna be back. Until he comes back, I think you just gotta hold on to him. Pokusevski continues to shoot 23%, but we can see why. We like this guy. He's like a Kelly Olynyk, but with worse percentages. But he's got a great opportunity. He plays pretty much 30 minutes every single night. Can give you steals, blocks, assists, like everything. 2 threes. This game obviously struggled. Everybody struggled. Theo Maledon, after he went off, 1 for 12 here. So, yeah, and no assists and steals. And Tony Bradley also had a pretty good game. But I think it's Moses Brown going to get a majority of the minutes at the center position. At least for now, that's what it looks like. If they're going to have a time split moving forward, that really doesn't help Moses Brown's minutes. But I think it's just one bad game. He also had 5 personal fouls. So I wouldn't read too much into it. Like if this situation continues, they're splitting the minutes for the next 2-3 games, then Moses Brown is not a must roster. But for now, you gotta roster him. For the Portland Trailblazers, yeah, Norman Powell. This is the level of production at least I was kind of expecting when he was on the Raptors. Take 13, 14 shots and have 50, 60 points. On this team, yeah, the offensive upside is no longer there. He won't score 30 points a night. Maybe 15 points is where she should be. But the defensive stats ever since he got there is great. So you still hold on to him. This game, I mean, minutes is low across the board. Lord Covington in 24 minutes had 1 steal and a block. Yusuf Nurkic continues to, on the minutes restriction, 17 points, and also this game was out of reach. CJ, Damian Lillard, they all played okay this game, and Ernest Cantor. Wow, 30 minutes. If he can sell him, yeah, you got to do it. Nurkic only played 18. This is also a blowout. Huge line, 17. We know this guy. When Cantor gets minutes, get opportunity, he's gonna put up big lines like this. Yeah, gotta sell him at this point. He's gonna be droppable very, very soon. Let's go on to the next game. The Milwaukee Bucks barely beating the Kings. Made it really close. Giannis was out, so Lopez, wow, 11 for 13, a steal and 2 blocks. Sell high if you can. For some other than blocks, he's not really giving you much, but because he's got the 1.5 blocks, it's hard to drop a guy like that. But I think everybody in the league knows who Lopez is. It will be hard to sell high after it's just one game. Chris Middleton struggle from the field, but everything else is really good. 7 for 7, 5 assists, 2 steals, 16 points, good enough for me. And Jrue Holiday went off as well, like Lopez without Giannis. 7 rebounds, good efficiency from the field, 3-3, 7 rebounds, 11 assists. Just a monster line from Jrue Holiday. Dante DiVincenzo, the guy, the steal numbers is pretty low for him this season. That's why I thought he's a drop, but just putting up big lines like the rebound, the assist. This game without Giannis, we understand, but grab 14 rebound as a guard. Maybe the best rebounder on this team. After Giannis, of course. Lopez just doesn't get any rebound. He boxes out so that other guys can. So I think Dante Divac is also a must roster guy. With Giannis around, he obviously won't put up 14 rebounds a game. But yeah, pretty often he put up big rebounding games. So he's a really good rebounder. At this point, we know that. So I think he's a must roster. And let's look at the Kings. Buddy Hield hit 5 threes, 19 points. Yeah, we know this is what Buddy Hield can do, continue to hold. And Harrison Barnes had 4 steals. He's also a hold, a must roster, I think. Richaun Holmes, 27 minutes. Okay game. The Kings, they're out of the playoffs and they got a bunch of young guys, so I wouldn't worry about anybody like the older guys not playing. De'Aaron Fox also, the efficiency is rough from the field. 6 assists, a steal and a block, 27 points. He may be a sell high. He's been playing really, really well lately. Maybe a sell high if you can, especially get a guy that's more efficient. If you're not pounding free throw, it's tough when you have a guy that just could ruin your free throw. Every night it's like a bomb, ticking time bomb could just blow up anytime. Go up for like 5 for 10 from the free throw line. Then it would be tough for you to win free throw that week. Tyrese Halliburton, no defensive stats, but 6 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 threes, 12 points, still good enough for me. And Terrence Davis. Okay, I will keep my eyes on this guy. He obviously went off. If coach likes him, give him 25 to 30 minutes. I remember when this guy when he was on the Raptors. When a couple years, maybe last year or 2 years ago, he put up pretty good lines. Like the guy is good. His game fits fantasy pretty well. Pretty efficient, can get the defensive stats. So we'll see what happens if this guy can get consistent 25 minutes. That's it for all the games. I'll see you guys tomorrow.